Hello, and welcome to What's Going On.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello.
Welcome to February 2019, Black History Month. We're celebrating this month because of all the things that we as African Americans had to go through. So we should always remember this month and all the things that our forefathers had to go through. So I know some of you are trying to watch Trump with the State of the Union, but if you could hold your phone and watch the TV at the same time, we would appreciate it. So back with us always is co-host Tammy Padilla.
Hi, Beverly. How are you doing today?
I am well today, and we have a special guest here, Mother Wright. We finally invited her to come on the show, and she said yes. She is a movie critic. I don't know too many movie critics, so she said she's a movie critic, so we're going to see what she got. Welcome, Mother Wright.
Thank you for having me. I feel almost a little nervous. I got little butterflies in my stomach, but I'm glad I'm here. I'm finally on the show.
And not calling in. So, what's going on in the DMV? Only Tammy Padilla knows.
You know what? There is so much going on in the DMV. This past week, there were a number of activities. On the 28th, I was in attendance with Phil Carter. He had the Musicians and Singers Fellowship, and he honored about 10 DMV musicians, songwriters. It was awesome. I was there selling my Christian Girl Rock t-shirts. Don't forget you can buy one. BlessedTouchLLC.com. Little break there, commercial. So we attended that on the 28th. That was at Kettering Baptist. Awesome turnout. The food was great. You have to get with Phil Carter on that about who was catering for the event. And then we also went to the event on Sunday where Phil Carter had his live recording concert from where were they?
Was
Poland.
it Saturday?
Yeah, it was Sunday. What Saturday?
Saturday.
I don't know what day it was. It was
Saturday.
Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
Beverly and I both attended. It was an awesome concert. Feeling the sounds of victory. They did an awesome job. So if you haven't heard Phil Carter and his group, you need to attend one of the events. You can go to philcarter.com and check him out and find out where they'll be. The other thing I want to encourage you all to do is listen to Robert E. Persons.
Yes.
He is on Musical Soul Food. If you go to Musical Soul Food, he is presenting music each Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. So shout out to you, Robert Person. You know we love you.
We love you, Robert.
We love you. And then for the big news.
Yes,
because it's my sister.
Our girl.
Ronette Harrison, if you haven't heard already, she is now the new host of the Sunday show called Sunday Joy. She is on from 12 to 4 p.m. every Sunday. So we can give a shout out to her. If you haven't congratulated her as of yet, please reach out to her. She's on Facebook. This is an awesome accomplishment for a singer, writer, teacher. She does it all.
She does it all.
She is
music director.
Phenomenal, yes. So, Ronette, we love you and congratulations to you on the new show. So I have one more piece of information. The Evangel Cathedral, they're going to have an event on this Saturday, the 6th. No, it's not this Saturday. Next Saturday, February the 16th.
Okay.
It will be from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon, and this is a business empowerment event. So if you're into business, this is an event that you would want to attend. This is at the Evangel Cathedral Church. Now, what's exciting about this event? They're doing this for free. Free. F R E. Isn't it?
E.
It's
That's
free,
how you
y'all.
spell free.
Free. So you might want to attend this event. It's about business empowerment. So come on out to Evangel Cathedral, Central Avenue, I believe.
Central Avenue.
In Largo, Maryland. So
Yeah.
Beverly, what else you got? You have anything else?
Yes. Tammy was teasing because she knows that I like that commercial.
Loves the commercial.
The show is actually F R
Oh, I don't know.
E
And it's another E.
E.
I don't mean to interrupt these two, but I heard her say earlier they went to a concert and Mother Wright was not invited.
Ooh.
It's gonna be popping after this show is over. Continue.
Did you bring your belt, Mother Wright?
No, I got McCain.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, praise the Lord. Help us. I have one more piece of information. Marvel's Best Picture nominated blockbuster Black Panther
Wakanda forever.
is back in theaters for a
here.
week of free showings. For Black History Month, Disney will host free screenings, 2 per day, at 250 AMC locations. The screenings will run through Thursday. Disney will also give $1.5 million as a grant to support the United Negro College Fund.
Wow.
Black Panther, which recently won the SAG Award for Best Ensemble in a Motion Picture, has grossed more than $1.3 billion at the box office,
Come on here.
making it one of the biggest hits of last year.
Wow.
Wakanda Forever.
Forever.
Which brings us into the segue of movies. You know, me and Mother Wright, we used to go to the movies every Tuesday, the $5 movie. But since I've started the show, I can't make it. So, Mother Wright, what do you have for us today?
Well, you said earlier that I was a movie critic. I don't really consider myself a critic.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm
Oh.
not like Kevin, what's his name? Kevin
McCarthy.
McCarthy on Fox 5 News. No. But I do have an opinion. I do love to I love to go to the movies. And
Yes,
we both,
ma'am.
you know, but you fell off and I go by myself. But that's
Oh.
okay.
Huh?
It's all right. I relax. I mean, the last movie I saw was The Green Book. Anybody see it?
No,
I did not see it.
I didn't get a
Do you
chance.
know what The Green Book means?
No,
I do.
I don't.
What does it mean?
So the Green Book was a guide for African Americans to travel throughout the United States to safe places that have been designated as safe zones for them to spend the night.
Oh, wow.
Or routes that they should or should not take. So it was just like the inside scoop on how to get there safely and alive.
Isn't she's smart? She articulates so well. I'm gonna go to her school to know how to talk. But anyway, yes. But it was very good because here you have a black man that he's a pianist and he's exceptionally talented, but he needed a chauffeur. And so, of course, not just to take him around to his tours, but for protection as well. So I thought it was a very good movie. But I know my niece does not like to see movies like that. But we need to know. I mean, we would never live back in that time what happened. But you just need to see it on big screen. It was really, really good.
Well, I'll get
I
there.
want to go see it.
It's
a must-see movie.
It's a must-see.
The Green Book is a must-see movie. It was very good. And what is
What
his
did you
name?
get out of
His
it?
name is I wrote his name down because my memory. His name is Mahesh Ali. Very good actor. He
Who's
was
Mahesh? That's the black guy?
the black actor. Yes, he was the pianist.
Oh, okay.
And
is it a true story?
yes, it's a true story.
Yes.
Oh.
But from my understanding, I was just told prior to coming here that the black actor, the pianist, did not get along with the chauffeur.
Oh.
Who's chauffeur? They did not get
Did
along.
they show that in the movie?
No. They in the beginning of the movie they kind of didn't hit it off, but then they kind of grew on each other. But he had to apologize to the family that was not true because they did not get along.
Yeah, I can't. In all honesty, I can't see in that time period a white chauffeur being okay with that particular.
That's what I didn't understand.
Job.
Right.
I don't
and
see
they
it.
went to the deep south. So you're talking about Alabama and places like that. But the one thing about that Green Book, it was a guide for them to know where to go for the
Okay.
motel and the restaurants. But if you saw the difference now, the hotels were run down. I mean, you would even take your cat or dog to lay on the mattress.
So where did the chauffeur stay?
The chauffeur stayed, I believe he stayed in another hotel.
He stayed somewhere
I
nice.
think he stayed somewhere else, yes. Yes.
Oh,
But it was very good.
see those type of movies.
But we must see if Bill Street could talk. So we need to see
we need
that
to do
as
that
well.
too.
Yes, we need
Maybe on
definitely
a
need to do
Saturday
that.
we can go and help you. You know, even though you don't think you're a movie critic, you know.
Not really. Not
So
really,
did
but-
you like how they presented the movie?
Oh, very much so. It was presented very well. I enjoyed it. The actors were great. I wish I was in that movie.
Really?
Because Mother Wright would have been right there for her son.
Right, so
Yes.
actress, y'all.
Yes.
You would have been there for your what? Your son?
I would have been there for him.
You would have been there for him.
Yes, most definitely. When you go down south like that. But you know what? It just shows the hatred of white people. You ain't got any tissue. Please don't tell me you don't have any tissue up in here now. Come on now.
No, we don't have any
Oh,
tissue.
the little spit got on my lip. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I don't want to spit on anybody, but you know. That's what happens when you get old.
You start spitting?
Slob just start coming from everywhere. I'm so sorry. I'm holding the back of my nose, but I'm just trying.
Okay.
Well, you.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
All right.
We're on camera.
So,
So, okay. So you suggesting that we
my
should.
Lord
and,
Jesus.
and you
keep
got your
going.
phone going
I'm
too.
so sorry. I'm not used to anything. They can tell that. My Mother Wright don't go out much.
Other than to the movies.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Okay. So, do you have another movie for us?
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, The Black Klansman. Did you all see that?
No.
I did not see that.
Well, Denzel Washington's son did a phenomenal job.
Oh.
He doesn't act like his father, but I had to give him his kudos. He did very well.
Okay.
And what they were trying to do back then, they wanted to infiltrate the the Klansmen, because they wanted to see how, they operate and what have you. And of course, you know that they operate with much hatred. So they wanted to get in there and to expose them.
So is that a must-see as well?
Well, you can open up your dictionary and read about what Klansmen if you would like. You can wait for it to come on demand. Only about $5.
All
So
right.
you can wait for that. But it was good.
Okay.
You don't like to see movies like that, but of course I do. I do.
So, what do you get out of seeing movies like that?
Well, something does rise up in me. Almost bit my tongue. Oh, God. Excuse me. Gracious. Yes.
Something rose up in her.
Something rose up in me. Almost bit my tongue. Yeah, because anger will rise up. Oh, my God. Anger will rise up in you when you see stuff like that, because here you have people that hate on you because of the color of your skin, and they look at you as nothing. So it's... But many people feel that they shouldn't have to play movies like that. We don't need to see movies like that anymore. But why not?
Some people say we need the reminder of it. If you remember, if you know what your history is, you can kind of like make sure those things
Excuse
don't
me, I
happen
really
again.
bit my tongue.
And like most
Ooh,
movies, there's
excuse
some truth. There
Yeah, it
truth.
is.
And
It
so
is.
that's what we are looking. We go to the movies. Spike Lee is always providing a
Right,
message
and he is,
in
yes,
his movies.
yes.
And so I think this one as well portrays that. I haven't seen it, but I will wait, like Mother Wright said, till
Yes.
it comes on
On demand, yes.
And I'll
yes.
sit with a group of people,
You'll be
so
all
it'll
right.
Okay.
You'll be all right.
So did Spike Lee get something? I meant to write that down, but he was nominated.
So that
For the
Bill
award?
Street and Green Book, they received some awards.
Yes, they-
Wow.
SAG
Yes, they
awards, I
did.
believe.
Yes, they did.
Well, that's something that we should, be proud of as well. That some of these movies, do get some honors, and some of the black directors get some honors too, because they're working hard in their craft
Yes.
and putting out good pictures. And like the picture Get Out, that to me should have won the best movie of the year, because that movie was so different. I wasn't.
Yes, it
I
was
thought I was
very
going for a comedy, and it came out to be a horror film, and it managed both. It needed to manage both because the movie was so scary. It needed to make you laugh too.
Yeah, the TSA. That's all I have to say.
I know what you're talking about.
If you haven't seen the movie, you need to see the movie.
Get Out.
Yes.
That movie weirded me out.
Yes. And so, Mother Wright, do you have anything else that you want to share with us? Because we're going to go to a commercial break, but I'm going to give you...
I can tell you right now, I'm hot, and I got to come out this wig. 'cause I know
Okay.
something to do.
But before you go there, I had missed my segment
Yes.
on right before, because we did start a little late. So I did
Okay.
want to share. I did want to share for us the Black History Month that we as a people, as you see, I'm African American, but I consider myself black.
What?
Yes.
Yes, I agree with that as well.
I am.
We're black. African American.
F.
African.
No, I'm F.
Uh-huh.
Ara.
Okay, look.
E.
You are.
E.
Praise the Lord.
I love that commercial, y'all. I'm
Live
sorry.
free.
Every time I see that
Okay.
commercial,
Come on.
I know I'm corny. I know I'm corny.
Give us your facts.
But when we were freed back in 1865 or 67, I'm sorry, I don't really know. We still had challenges. Just because we were free didn't mean that we had all the advantages of being free. There were a lot of hatred. There were still plantations. There were still people being fooled into thinking that they were free, but they had to still work. And so for us to have come 150 plus years to now in the future, there are still some things that are going on that we as a people need to know. And that one thing should be the Fair Housing Act. We are all free to live wherever we want to live. And the Fair Housing Act, also called the Title 8 of the Civil Rights Act of 1968, is a U.S. federal legislation that protects individuals and families from discrimination in the sale, rental, financing, advertising of housing. The Fair Housing Act, as amended in 1988, prohibits discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, disability, family status, and national origin. The Fair Housing Act was first put before Congress in 1966, primarily to address issues of racial discrimination in the rental and sales of housing. Over the next 2 years, members of the House of Representatives and Senate considered the bill several times, but on each occasion, listen to this, it failed to gain the necessary support for passage. One of the bill's strongest supporters was Martin Luther King Jr.,
Yes, Dr. King.
who had been at the forefront of the open housing marches in Chicago in the 1960s. After King was assassinated on April 4th, 1968, President Lyndon B. Johnson encouraged Congress to pass the bill as a memorial to the slain civil rights leader before King's funeral. You know, I take the Fair Housing course almost every year
Why?
because I'm a real estate agent.
You do that too?
Yes.
Wow. He sells real estate.
I sell real estate. So I have to take this course once a year because I sell in D.C. and I sell in Maryland.
Okay.
But I did not know, we get this class all the time, but I did not know that the bill was passed as a memorial to him, Lyndon B. Johnson. So they felt sorry for us. They felt that, we were just going to probably riot even the more. So they said, you know what, let's pass this bill. But even in 1968, when they passed it, it still didn't have any teeth in it. So I'm not going to go into any further, but look up the Fair Housing Act. Make sure that you are being treated fairly in the sale, financing, rental of your future home. Don't get blocked out of your future home because you don't know your rights. So we're going to talk about it later, but that is my offering for the Black History Month, February. We talked about the movies and different things like that, but we fought long and hard to get fair housing, okay? So Tammy, what's going on?
Okay, well, Mother, do you have anything you want to share with us? Because we're going to take it to the commercial break.
Well, am I done?
Yes.
Okay, well, I just want to say this real quickly. This morning, the Lord began to deal with me. And I just want to just share and encourage somebody out there that God truly wants to bless you. This is a time that God wants to bless. If you've been waiting for something for a very long time, it's about to happen. God shared with me, beloved, the blessing is at the door. Others are getting blessed and you see that, but guess what? When they're being blessed like that, you rejoice with them because guess what? Your turn is coming up.
Yes.
I just want you to believe and have faith because God is about to do some mighty things.
Amen.
He's about to do some mighty things for
Amen.
you
That's
and you.
for real.
Thank you.
That's no,
for real.
God is about to do some great things, but we got to have faith and we got to believe God. But one thing about be faithful unto God. We want God to be faithful to us, be faithful to God. I'm telling you, 2019 is going to be such a blessed year. And I want to leave that with you all.
I agree.
Amen.
You know, we agree.
We
1,
do
2, 3.
agree. 3. Father,
agreement.
Son, Holy Ghost. We agree.
We agree.
To God be the glory. So we're going to go to a commercial break. Now, before you go to the commercial break, I need you to like this. I need you to share this. You can even love it if you want. But we're going to go to a commercial break, and we're going to talk about my book. So check it out. I Live for You, Lord, Nighttime Devotion. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Do some exercise.
Blessed Touch, LLC, and Tammy Padilla present the new devotional, I Live for You, Lord, Nighttime Reflections. This devotional gives you a moment to reflect on your day. Think about what happens when your day passes in such a blur that your moments blend together in one steady, unbroken stream, or when your mind is flooded with the items on your to-do list with no time to breathe, much less give room to reflect on how each of your instances could have gone smoother. You may purchase this brand new devotional online at blessedtouchllc.com or contact the author directly at 240-406-5653. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Mother Wright, for staying with us for this section. We thought you was going to go, but thank you for staying because we want to continue this topic that we've been working on for the last month almost.
Yes.
Obesity, the obesity crisis. And so what we're trying to do is just, we want you to be healthy. We want to be healthy. We want you to be healthy. 2019, okay, 2018 you didn't do right. 2019 you're going to do right. Like Mother Wright said, this is going to be a blessed year. We're going to do ourselves a great favor and consider ourselves to take care of ourselves because we want long life. We want a healthy long life.
Right. And so let me just say, consider each day another day to get it right.
Yes.
So if you didn't do well today on that diet plan, eating the right amount, start over tomorrow. Do over.
Yes. Mother Wright, thank you for staying. How do you stay so thin and in shape?
Well, let me just tell it to you like this. You don't have to eat everything that you see. If large meals are cooked, just get a little bit. You're going to live to see tomorrow. When I learned back in school that if you get rice, just for example, it should be the amount that's in the palm of your hand. That's it. Because you got to remember, rice, a lot of it turns into sugar. So it matters the portion size. Mm-hmm. So parents, teach your kids. I see it all the time. Eat it in the morning, a bag of Doritos, potato chips. So it starts at home.
Wow.
Have a good diet. But portion size is key. That's how I stay small. Because as you get older, this body goes through something, and we have to protect our heart. Because see, look, I'm a single woman still. And I'm looking for a husband. And I want to be a strong woman.
So Mother Wright.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
All right, that's all I want to know.
Amen.
All right.
Husband.
Oh, husbands? Well,
No, not for Esther.
She needs a husband.
I thought you wanted two, buddy.
Oh, I did not talk about
That's what you said. Oh, I'm sorry. Continue on.
So we want to talk to you tonight about how to avoid portion size pitfalls, those things that get us into trouble. Now, when Mother said the palm of the rice, I looked at Beverly and said, I messed up today.
Yes.
I just put the rice in there.
Yeah.
They little pieces of rice. So, I put up to fill up. That's why. But it's wrong. It's wrong. And that's what we're going to talk about.
Yes.
The different portion sizes that we need to take in control. And we did bring in some tools, some demonstrations to show what should we take in consideration when we're doing these type of measurements. And we don't have...
Okay, you want to start with the measurements first?
Yeah, we'll start with the measurements.
Let's start with the measurements.
So, I know first thing people say is because, well, I don't know how much something is. I don't have my measuring cup with me. I don't have anything to weigh it with. Well, there are a number of things you can go to the websites and find out how to measure things when you don't have the formal tools.
Like a
Right.
If you
So
don't
like
have
a
those
cup.
with you.
Right. If you want a cup of something, 1 cup of broccoli, which is 25 calories, by the way, it's a baseball, a size of a baseball. So if you had a baseball, that's all the broccoli you should eat if you want 25 calories.
Wow.
Okay, that's a baseball. 2 cups of raw leafy vegetables. That's 1 baseball. 2 baseballs.
I can have that much of leafy
That's
vegetables.
how much you can have, and that's
That's a
25
lot.
calories. It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. But when you cook it down, depending on which one you eat, like spinach, that just the one.
But that's like, you can eat a whole lot of that and there's hardly no calories.
Yeah, 25
But
calories.
make sure though when you're steaming your vegetables
Go ahead, Mom.
that you don't steam them too hard because you will cook the nutrients out of it. So make sure they're not soggy and soft. They still have a little toughness to it. Because you don't want to cook the nutrients out of the vegetables.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, ma'am. And so for fruit, you should have a 1/2 cup, and that's a tennis ball. A tennis ball is just a little smaller than a baseball. What is that? That's
Half a cup.
1/2 cup. 1/2 cup of fruit. That's how much you should eat for 60 calories.
1/2 cup.
Yes. And 1 small apple or 1 medium orange is 60 calories. So those are things you can look at and determine. For pasta, a 1/2 cup of pasta. I know we don't know what a hockey puck is. Some people might know, might have held one in their hand.
This is a little bit smaller than this.
Okay, a little bit smaller than that. That's the size of a 1/2 cup of pasta. That's all, people.
That's
not more
it.
than that. So if you're eating the big noodles, it's about 5 or 6 in there. That's it. That's all you can eat. A 1/2 bagel, 70 calories. 1 slice of whole grain bread, 70 calories. And then for a 1/2 of a medium baked potato, 70 calories. So let's talk about the meat, your dairy, your portions. If you are going to eat a 3 ounce of a fish, they say it's a deck of cards. So everybody's held a deck of cards. If you hold a deck of cards, guess what? That's 110 calories for a 3 ounces of fish, a deck of cards. And for 2 to 2.5 ounces of meat is 2/3 of a deck of cards. So it's not even a whole deck of cards for some meat.
So that's giving you some idea of size.
Yeah, that's size. You can think about those cards, and that's all you should eat. Now, Beverly, I think you had some for grains, nuts, and almonds
yes.
to show the measurements for that.
Yes.
Oh.
So what do we do with nuts many times?
We just put it in our hand. We just fill our hand up and go back to our desk.
Or we just stick our hand in and
Yeah.
keep eating them.
Just keep eating them.
So let's show what the palm of our hand looks like.
Okay.
Well, let me have a couple while you're doing that, if you don't mind. Thank you.
So that's it?
That's in the palm of my hand. But look,
What?
that box, that can says 1/2 cup, I think.
It says 1/4 a cup.
1/4 a cup.
For a
Okay.
serving.
So that's in there, 1/4, right?
Okay. Oh yeah, that works.
That is.
The palm of your hand.
That's all you should eat.
1/4 a cup of nuts.
And that's what I've been doing. I've been just doing this in my hand. Whatever I can put in my hand like this.
That's all you
That's
eat.
all I eat at one serving. And that's it for the day. That's all you should be eating. I'm so sorry.
She said for the day.
That's all I eat for the day.
Woo. So one thing you need to keep in mind in portion controls, please look at the back of the products that you're buying. They have the label that identifies how many servings are in the product. Bag of chips, there may be 4 servings in that bag,
Yeah.
depending on the bag. So look at the bag, see how many calories it's telling you. It's saying for that 1/4 of cup, there are 180 calories.
So what happens if they eat the whole can?
So if they eat the whole
Well-
can, they're eating 16 servings.
Woo, that's about
So
1,500.
16 times 180.
That's about 2,000.
Okay,
1,500.
that's a meal if you're on a
Too many
13,000 calories
Too
a
many
day.
calories.
1,300 calories. So another thing you can do, I know that we're always concerned when we're going out to eat, but I tend to go to the website. So let's say for instance, McDonald's. We picked on McDonald's last time. If you go to McDonald's nutritional facts, you can go to a calculator that they have in there, and you can say whatever you want to get, French fries, and it'll calculate.
Oh, I never seen that.
Yeah,
I've never seen
calculator,
that.
nutrition calculator for whatever restaurant,
McDonald's?
Burger King, McDonald's, they
Oh.
have it too, and you can calculate what the calorie count would be. If you go to Kava, I love Kava.
I love Kava.
You
Kava.
can calculate.
Free advertisement, Kava.
Yes, we love you. You can calculate your calories. So it's very important to count the portion, what you're doing, so that you will have the right amount of calories. Because we talked about last week having enough calories so that you can continue to lose the weight.
Yes. We don't need you eating over. So one little demonstration, Tammy, you have this small plate. So many of us are using this plate to
And drink plenty of water.
Oh, yes.
Plenty of
Now,
water. Drink plenty
Mother
of water.
Wright, this is one thing that's really true. If you drink at least half of that bottle of water before you eat, you're not going to have enough room in your stomach to eat this size plate of food.
No, you won't.
You
Because
won't.
this water will fill you up.
So, my sister, my youngest sister, she you know, she's not overweight really, but she wanted to lose a few pounds. She used this size to eat.
Oh, she used the small one.
Yes.
She used the soft
She
one.
only thing you can fit on here is just like you said, maybe that half a cup of rice or a puck size of whatever. But a chicken wing, a half of a chicken wing, she used this right here to eat her daily meals.
Wow.
And
that
she
will
lost weight.
definitely cut down on your calories. The other thing you can take in consideration is when you go out to have dinner, lunch, or whatever the case may be, take a portion out. Go ahead and get the to-go box up front.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
because 9 times out of 10 when you go into a restaurant, they're giving you 2 portions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or 3.
Exactly.
So go ahead, Chipotle.
You try to eat the whole thing.
You eat that whole thing. You
That's a
have
shame.
eaten your calories
Yes.
for today.
The whole
Depending
day.
on what you put on it, but you have eaten your calories. It's 3 meals in there. So cut it up.
Yes.
You know, put some on a plate and then get the rest, take it home. Just to help you out. We're just giving you options.
So Tammy, that is on our list. I like that, what you said. You can split that meal.
You can split it.
When you go to the restaurant, order one meal.
Order one.
Order one meal.
Yes. You
Now,
and your girlfriend split.
You and your girlfriend, because
Yes.
your husband or boyfriend may not want to do that.
Right.
But if you're disciplined enough, children,
Yes, Mom.
if you're disciplined enough, just eat some of the food and be determined that you're not going to eat it all. And tell the waiter, whoever, bring you a carry-out plate,
Yes.
and take the rest home. I do that all the time, and you know that.
Yes, ma'am.
I do that all the time. I do not sit there and eat all that food up there like that. And knowing good well that you have been fulfilled, just eat this as a small portion, but you go on and on and on as if you need to eat all that food up.
The flesh is weak, y'all.
The flesh is weak. But you're going to have a big butter ball sitting back there. Come on now, because we know what carbs do.
They do. Some people look at them and just go, it plumps when you look at it.
And they got the nerve to want to put on a miniskirt
Uh-oh.
and think you got the body for it.
Okay.
We can talk about that another time.
All right.
Yeah.
So
That's why you need portion control, because Mother Wright might let you know about it. It says portion control in front of the TV. When eating or snacking in front of the TV, put the amount that you plan to eat into a bowl or container instead of eating straight out from the package. Just like I was saying, people eat the
right from the package.
Don't do that. It's easy to overeat when your attention is focused on something else. So you're eating like this, looking at the TV.
I know a lot
And we all
of
guilty
people
of that.
overate this weekend watching that Super Bowl, but we won't talk about that right now because it was nothing else to do.
There was nothing else to do. There was nothing else to watch. So, portion control when eating in. To minimize the temptation of second and third helpings when eating at home, serve the food on individual plates instead of putting the serving dishes on the table.
Yes.
Ooh.
Because then you got to get up and go to the stove or the kitchen to fix
Okay.
your plate. So you
Okay.
don't bring it to the table.
It says keeping the excess food out of reach may discourage overeating.
You said keeping it out of reach?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And there was one trick I used years ago. I got this tip from a weight facility. They said for candy, instead of eating the whole bar, like put the bar in the freezer.
Okay.
And then eat only, cut it in half and put it in the freezer. And it takes you longer to eat it.
Oh, wow.
So by the time you finish eating that portion that you put in there, you're happy.
Okay.
Satisfaction.
So really, it just takes a lot of discipline.
It
takes a lot of
And
discipline.
planning.
And you got to plan. What do I do about crumpets? That one little crumpet, I cut it in what, 3?
She has crumpets, really. She has crumpets. I haven't heard that word in a long time, but she does have crumpets.
Yes.
The last thing before we go, it says, be aware of large packages. For some reason, the larger the package, the more people consume from it without realizing it. To minimize this effect, divide up the contents of one large package into several smaller containers to help avoid overconsumption. Don't eat straight from the package. Instead, serve food in a small bowl or container. And so that's what I do. My grandchildren, I have so many of these at home. They're little drink containers. And so what I do is instead of drinking soda or milk out of a regular size cup for me, I use a child's cup.
Okay.
And so this is all I'm drinking. I'm not drinking any more than this right here. Sometimes people drink orange juice in big containers like this.
So much sugar.
That's too much sugar. So try smaller. Try smaller. I will guarantee that you will. If you eat your 3 meals a day on smaller plates, you will lose the weight. So we're going to go to our next segment. Mother, did I forget anything, Tammy?
No, I think we're tracking.
Mother, can you come back and visit with us again?
I sure can, but just make sure I'm out at a certain time because, I'm up early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, so I have to get my sleep. And I'm about to get tired right now.
Okay, so we don't want you to get tired right now
because I got to drive home.
Okay, so because we need to go to a commercial break right now.
But I enjoyed being here.
Thank you.
I really did. I was nervous in the beginning, but I'm all right now because I'm next to some experts.
And experts we are at WBGR.
But I did name them bumblebees because if y'all ever been around them when they talk, you never think that they will finish. I mean, they can go. So I have named, and I hope they don't be offended when I call them bumblebees, because that's exactly what they are.
We are the bumblebees.
Yes, they are.
That's BB.
I'm BB, Bumblebee. So let's move on to the next commercial. We'll be right back.
Love and like it and share it. Don't forget.
Don't go anywhere.
Get up and do some exercise while you.
Are you ready to make a move in 2019? House buying in any market is a serious undertaking. Claudette Proctor of Fairfax Realty Premier is ready to assist you. Are you a first-time home buyer? Or are you ready to upsize or downsize your living arrangements? Claudette Proctor is ready to help you now. Call 301-325-7353 for a free consultation. Make the call today. Claudette Proctor, a realtor of integrity and service.
Welcome back to What's Going On, the hippest, hoppest, baddest, coolest show on WBGR. What's going on? This is our SmackDown sports section. SmackDown Vera couldn't be here to go at it with Coach Thompson. Coach Thompson in the house, and he has brought some help.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm a little stronger than I know. We have a guest, a commentator here, Sterling Russell or Russell Sterling.
Sterling Russell.
Welcome,
correct.
Sterling Russell. Thank you for coming and spending some time with us.
Absolutely.
Now, you know what I want to talk about, but I don't know a whole lot about football. All I know is that I was watching that game, this Super Bowl 53, and I could watch the whole thing because it was just that boring. I was going like, I was waiting for something to happen.
Right.
I said, I'm going to watch because I know I got to come to the show today, right?
Wow.
So I want to seem knowledgeable. So I'm going to pass it on to Coach Thompson because everybody said it was boring, so I couldn't really tell you anything.
Well, first of all, you're on the right track. On the way up here, I hit a lot of traffic, and I was like, just on the road, and I was like, man, I'm getting mad. Move out my way. Couldn't get nowhere, and I was just getting frustrated. And you know what calmed me down?
Wow.
I was like, I could be sitting here, or I could be watching the Super Bowl.
That is terrible.
That's how boring the Super Bowl was. It was just so boring. I mean, they do a little hook. They try to get us excited for a second from the first play through an interception. So I was like, okay, this may not be messed up, right?
Right. And
then a couple plays later, the Rams made a good play.
The Washington Ramskins.
The Ramskins, that's right. That's why I was upset about that. The Ramskins. The Washington Ramskins made a great play in the backfield, and they threw a flag because the offensive player could not defend himself.
Well, that's the way the league is now.
It's
the league
soft.
is what now?
I mean, they have to protect the players.
Protect the players for what? They getting paid.
Hey, man. I mean, people's lives are at stake, man. So they gotta have a career after they finish playing football.
They are getting paid.
So you're saying they should leave out the game broke up?
That's what he's saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you that. Put it as a player. I know this. If I'm signing my name on dotted line for a certain amount of money, I know that there are consequences. I know I may get hurt and stuff like that. I mean, I go out there and play. If you put $50 million in my bank account,
you said you play it hurt.
I'll have my brains hanging out my ear, my check in the bank, brains out the ear.
40-some years old, knees tore up, barely can walk. Terrible.
But that's part of it. I mean, just like soldiers. Soldiers get hazardous pay because they know they they may get killed. They don't get nowhere near. They get
nowhere near. Yes.
So these football players are aware of the injuries. Then you got these people coming out here saying we need to protect them and all, and that's why people get mad at them now because they say they make too much money.
So, do you think that's what happened in this game? That's why they played so soft because it did not seem like this was a Super Bowl game going on. It didn't seem that way to me.
You want to comment?
Well, the truth be told, I mean, you're supposed to have the two best teams playing against each other.
Two best.
So it shouldn't just be an offensive fire up where you got one team scoring 50 points and the other team scoring 10 points. That's what we've seen before.
Blowouts.
Lopsided victories. Here you got the two best teams. This was a defensive match. So there's a bunch of different angles we can look at when it comes to why the score was so low.
Well, I think this is another theory of mine. Y'all can come in if you want, but I'm thinking this: you had two teams playing to win the Super Bowl, and some months before then, this college team. The Clemson, they won and they got to go to see the president, and their reward was to go get some fast food at the White House. So I'm thinking that the Patriots and the Rams, like, you know what? If we win, we get to go to the White House.
No, they get to go to Disneyland or Disney World.
They going to the White House for some checkers.
Because nobody really wanted that.
They may not want to do it. That's the only thing because they could have took it out.
That's cold, man.
Don't nobody want to go see the president.
So what happened to our team? What happened to you're a Redskin fan?
No, ma'am.
What are you?
Eagles fan.
Then what you sit at this table for?
Look,
they won last year. They won last year.
He knew why I came here. You know what I'm saying? He
invited me. Wait. My sister.
They won last year though.
Okay, my sister-in-law. Okay, you might be okay because my sister-in-law is an Eagles fan.
We got a ring. We in the club now. NFC East.
Finally.
Lord,
okay.
I thought this was gonna be Redskin Valley here,
but since we're in Black History.
Okay, all right.
I mean, the Redskins actually had the first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl and broke records, history, and all that.
Doug Williams, okay.
Doug Williams, that's right.
Doug Williams. Hey, Doug Williams, where are you now?
And now they're trying to make Brady the GOAT.
No, Brady is not the GOAT.
Thank you. We agree on that.
We agree on that.
He's not the what?
The
he
GOAT.
Is not the greatest of all time.
Greatest of all
that's
time.
what that means. See, y'all educated me.
See, we got you.
Thank you. Now I know a little bit more football.
She's going to be using that now.
They're going to say she know football now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, go. Well, somebody going to surpass him. So people are always surpassed. It's just
I don't
takes
know.
time.
Some of this stuff is controlled. I'm sorry
Oh,
because I think that they trying to make this dude the greatest of all time.
Okay, so let's tell the truth, and that's all I want to hear. Some of this is controlled because I was
me.
watching the Texans play way back. I was I was like, wow. I'm going like, why doesn't the Redskins play? I mean, they had so much energy. They were just playing. I'm going like, what happened to? So I was really looking at the Texans like they were. It was just like it was a game they didn't make it. I'm okay, but they looked like they were working together. I'm going like, where happened to all that energy? So to me, sometimes I feel that it's scaled back. So don't yell at me and don't write me.
Yell at me.
I feel it's scaled back.
The game is not pure no more. I'm sorry. The game is just.
It's a lot of money on the line, so yeah, I think outcomes are scripted to a certain degree. It looks better if the Patriots win.
I don't think. Look,
better.
you got to remember that these are athletes, not actors. They are
concerned.
terrible actors. So when they have to act to lose, it's obvious. It's terrible.
Well, you remember the clip when the Patriots won and they said the referee was celebrating with them, right? So, I mean, like I said, so the Patriots are like, the NFL's, pet. So
yeah. For now, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm. But now there's some also other conspiracy about the whole situation because that everybody's saying that the Saints should have been in the
Correct.
Now this is the thing I saw on online. They said the score, right? The score was the record of the Saints.
See, I didn't watch it to the end.
See,
I don't even know the score.
Now you're going into deep
I'm
conspiracy.
telling you, that's how stuff is, though. I'm telling you.
But I was going to ask you. So y'all don't even know the question I was going to ask.
Okay.
I was going to say, what's the conspiracy? That's what I was going to do. What's the conspiracy?
I'm telling you, they be putting stuff out there just to see if we woke, but to make the score 13-3, the same score as the record of the Saints, I think they be controlling stuff.
So answer
I
me
think
this.
that's coincidental. Go
Just
ahead.
like it's a coincidence that our quarterback Alex got hurt the same time that broke his leg the same time. What's his name got hurt? Same day.
Okay.
So
coincidence.
Don't shoot me because I don't know this. Do they still get paid the same amount of money whether they win or lose?
No. Now
I'm not talking about Super Bowl. I'm not talking about to that level.
Okay.
When the game is over, they're 3 point.
Yeah, whatever's in their contract.
See,
Yeah.
Unless
and then there's some incentives and stuff.
There's incentives, and then there's clauses if you get hurt.
Right.
Then you don't
Well,
get.
what about
the
if we
same-
keep losing?
No, you
If we keep losing,
just get what's on the
it
contract.
should be an incentive,
Well,
a
the Redskins
de-incentive.
You
That
should.
means you start taking money away. I bet you they'll start playing.
Put me out there. I'll play hard and give me that. I have brains out my head, but you're looking at my bank account.
So none of y'all professional football players write me about that because if y'all would play, okay. So here's my theory on RG3.
Uh-oh.
Y'all know that the young man was great. Y'all were jealous. Redskins, I'm talking to y'all. Y'all were jealous of the young man, but you didn't play team. All y'all had
That
to
was
do was
RG's fault.
No. All y'all had to do was surround the young man, bump him up beside his head now and then. We're gonna protect you because we want a what?
A ring.
We want a ring.
And
So what? He had a
fault.
big head.
You
But
can't-
so
it's
that's
about
the
the
problem.
team. It's
That's
about
the
the team.
problem. I'm still getting my check.
No, what happened?
Well-
they turned him into a little diva because he was hitting all these commercials. But they doing that with all these other quarterbacks, like Brady's doing it,
Okay,
and
but-
they make it work.
So now we go back to the other set of dynamics. So Brady has everything that a quarterback can dream of, which is
Yes.
a superb offensive line,
They are.
a great running back,
They be holding.
good wide receivers,
You had a little titty white dude running
and
around.
good defense. And when you have all those things consistently, then you keep winning.
And then you got a cheating coach. You got
Ooh.
Belichick, and then you got the referees with Patriot jerseys under there.
Yeah.
So answer me this. I already know the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I know the answer, but to see how committed you are to your team. Who's going to the Super Bowl next year?
I'm a realist. We not going.
have a better
We
chance
ain't
than
going.
you guys do.
Yeah, we got to get a quarterback. We may get y'all's quarterback.
Who?
Foles.
No,
They
not
said he
happening.
may come to it. Don't sleep.
They're gonna give him. They're gonna
Don't
give
sleep.
him whatever he asks for at this point.
You know
Who's
what?
going to the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
The
They
Eagles have a better chance than the Redskins.
I don't know.
Maybe
But-
we put the Ramskins together. Maybe
Oh,
we'll
no.
win, you know. Oh, no,
I
no,
wish
no.
we could do
We got
that.
1 minute.
Okay.
Tell me why Gruden has not been fired. We got 1
I'm gonna
minute.
let
Tell
him
me
answer
why.
that.
Am I allowed to? Am I allowed to be raw?
No, you can't be that
You
wrong.
can't
Okay,
cuss.
I ain't gonna be
you
raw.
can't cuss.
I don't know. I ain't gonna cuss
This
about
is
it.
a Christian show.
I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
I don't wanna
You
have
got
to
you
rebuke
got
son.
you got 45 seconds.
Cause he's white.
Okay.
Well,
All right. Did
that
y'all
was
just
short
hear?
and sweet.
That was short and sweet. All right. I thank these two young men because they're young. Coach
Yeah,
Thompson
very young.
and guest commentator for coming of Russell Sterling or
Sterling
Sterling
Russell.
Russell. He
Whatever
got
you
two
wanna call
first
him.
names, I think.
You know.
He be
I
back.
hear
We
it all
gonna
the
get it
time.
right. He be back.
But this has been Sports Smackdown. Don't write me about that. But if you have something going on in your neighborhood, write us at WGO2019@gmail.com. We'll be back after these commercials. Thank you. Thank you.
Blessed Touch, LLC, and Tammy Padilla present the new devotional, I Live for You, Lord, Nighttime Reflections. This devotional gives you a moment to reflect on your day. Think about what happens when your day passes in such a blur that your moments blend together in one steady, unbroken stream, or when your mind is flooded with the items on your to-do list with no time to breathe, much less give room to reflect on how each of your instances could have gone smoother. You may purchase this brand new devotional online at blessedtouchllc.com or contact the author directly at 240-406-5653. Are you ready to make a move in 2019? House buying in any market is a serious undertaking. Claudette Proctor of Fairfax Realty Premier is ready to assist you. Are you a first-time home buyer? Or are you ready to upsize or downsize your living arrangements? Claudette Proctor is ready to help you now. Call 301-325-7353 for a free consultation. Make the call today. Claudette Proctor, a realtor of integrity and service.
Welcome back
Yes.
to What's Going On.
A lot went on today.
A whole lot
A
went
whole
on
lot.
today.
It was good.
It was good. I
Yes,
enjoyed
but-
myself.
Yes.
Mother Wright was here.
Yes. Mother Wright had a word.
She had a word for you. I hope you, if you just joined us, you need to go back after this is over. She had a word for everybody. And it was a real word too.
It was,
And
it
she,
was. She
you know,
was
and
very-
she was very sincere about it.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
And she was comical.
Very funny.
Very funny.
The movie review.
The movie review.
Yes. And then we talked about portion controls tonight. And
Yes.
hopefully it was encouraging to you to take in consideration how you are consuming your food, how much food you are consuming. Check your calories, look at the computer, you know, go in there, find out how much you should be eating, and then exercise your portion control, because if you do exercise your portion control, guess what? You could probably eat a little bit more of
Yes.
something else.
You could.
Yes.
You could, if you are exercising, or even if you, for those who like to pump weights, weight training. Weight training, oh my gosh, if I really go into weight training, I almost can eat whatever I want, because you're building muscle, and muscle calls for protein and all that.
Yes.
But 2019 is your year.
It is your year.
It's your year, 2019, because we're doing this together.
Yes.
You know, my sister, she used to call me the Cookie Monster, because I would eat 10 cookies at a time. I don't do that anymore. First of all, it's not good for you. Number one, it will contribute to a high sugar intake leading to diabetes. We need to protect ourselves. Some things we know to do, but sometimes we're not doing it.
The flesh is weak, people. The flesh is weak. Strengthen your mind.
2 cookies now. I'm on 2 cookies. I do 2 cookies. That's it.
Okay.
You have to, like Mother Wright said, you have to discipline yourself.
Discipline. And then we're talking about the SmackDown.
The SmackDown with Coach Thompson and Russell Sterling. I don't know.
So I heard you all in here talking.
Did you hear us?
And I was like, well, RG3, no. I agree they did need to protect him more. But I thought our boy that just left and went to the Vikings, yeah, I think he was the one. But he's gone now, so I won't mention his name. How about that?
Okay. So what's next for the Redskins? They're going to become Ramskins?
I still love the Redskins.
I still love them, but I don't get a check.
Well, I don't get a check. It's about the fun.
I don't get a residual check.
Yeah, no, we won't get a check. But we can still root for them.
Well, I'll root for you, yes. But could you please send me a check in the mail? Just for saying your name.
Please
send me a check.
So
what else?
What's going on? Are we going to reveal who we're going to be interviewing next week, or
it's a surprise?
It's a surprise.
We have a wonderful surprise for you next week.
Yes.
Did y'all watch the Trump State of the Union?
Yes, that was tonight.
Right, but I will go back and look at it.
Yes,
I will.
Watch.
I was hoping that you guys would not turn the channel or at least have your phone and watch us at the same time. I don't know if y'all actually did that or not.
Yes, but you can go back and watch our show if you were not able to tune in. Please, we'll be back next Tuesday, and we'll be back with more fun. I don't know, is Mother Wright coming next week, or she's out next week? She has
Mother Wright, she
going.
has to do she has to go to the movies.
Okay, Mother Wright says she had to go to bed. She's gone. She left too. She wasn't playing. She was like, "I'll see you later, daughter." I was like, well, "Goodbye, Mother Wright." So we'll look forward to seeing her in another week or so.
Yes. But she wants to come back, so we will gladly accept her, my auntie, Mother Wright. Okay. So what's the word? You got a word for us?
I'm always prepared with a word. There was, so I used the U version scriptures for the day, and the scripture today was a very good one. The verse of the day is from Isaiah 43:19.
No, you're not.
Yes.
No, you
Yes,
are
I
not.
am. That's what it is.
I'm serious. I'm real serious right now. This is like the 3rd time I've heard this.
Okay.
God, keep on speaking.
He's speaking to you. He
Yes.
says, look, I'm about to do something new. Even now it is coming. Like right now it's coming. Do you not see it? Indeed, I will make a way in the wilderness, rivers in the desert. That's what he would do. So that's the word. So no matter what's going on, you love the Lord, things don't seem to be going right. Guess what? He says he's about to do something new. So get excited about that thing.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
This is the 3rd time we've had the scripture read in church on Sunday. My sister sent me the scripture. Here, you doing it right now. Thank you, Lord.
There's a new thing. Do you not see it?
I see it.
All right, get ready. Indeed. He said, I will make a way in the wilderness, rivers in the desert. So you can't see in the wilderness because there's so many trees, but he going to make a way through the foolishness. That's what he said.
Oh, my.
And rivers. Not one, but rivers. Plural, in the desert. There's no water. There's no water in the desert. But he's going to put some there just for you. Just for you. So get excited.
I'm excited.
Isaiah 43:19.
Read the whole thing.
Yes.
Isaiah 40. Read the whole thing.
Be encouraged.
So we got 1 minute left. Now what we want you to do, we want you to love, like, share it. Somebody may need to hear that word. Somebody might need a laugh today after hearing the State of the Union. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. But if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions for any artist, comedian, or poet, or word artist to come on our show, the hippest, hoppest, coolest, baddest show on WBGR, just write us at WGO2019@gmail.com.
And if you have anything that you want us to share, if you're a DMV artist, entrepreneur, and you want to talk about your endeavors, please reach out to us. We'll be glad to make the announcements of your upcoming events as well as participate in those. We'll come out and support as well. So come on,
I'm
try
excited.
us out. Let us know what you think, and you have a blessed evening.
Have a blessed evening. What's going on in the neighborhood?
Take care. Don't forget, keep exercising.